Hi guys, it's Fernie here from Sweet Sweet Silver, and today I'm here to talk to you about balance points. And what balance points are 2 points that we measure on our chest to help us determine the length of necklace or neckline that's going to be best suited to us. So what we do is we measure two measurements on our face, and we use those to determine the balance points on our chest. Now this is a bit of a formula that's been around for a really long time, but I first read about it in Bridget Reyes's book Style RX. If you can get your hands on a copy of that, it's a really great book. It's got lots of useful tips on fashion and style. I really love it. So, balance points. First thing you need to know about balance points is that they are to do with the shape and length of your face, and how that can determine what's going to be best suited for you in the way of necklaces or necklines. So we take first of all we take the visual length of our face. So if you had a really big fringe, you'd do it, from the bottom part of your fringe. So for me, it's the top of my forehead to my chin, and I take that length. It doesn't have to be perfect, you don't need to get the ruler out or anything, but I take that length and I move it down to my bottom of my chin and place it on my chest. So that length gets mirrored down. And what that tells me is my first balance point, which is the point that is the lowest on my chest. So for me it sits just between my boobs. The second balance point that we measure is from the width of our face. So for some women it's going to be up near their cheeks, or for some with a wider jawline or a squarer jawline, might be down further. Mine seems to be just sort of in the middle here. So what you do is you take that, you measure where that is, and then you go half that. So from here to here. And so this is going to be my next balance point. I take that length and I put it down from the bottom of my chin to where it sits. Now for some women it could be higher, for some women it could be lower. Just depends on where that length was determined from. So for me it sits right on that bone that's there. So where my top is sitting, that's my high balance point. So now we've got our 2 balance points. And what that tells us is that for me, I can wear anything in between my high and my low balance points. Anywhere between this bone and basically in between my boobs is really great for me. Even those, if you go spot on those balance points, perfect. But anything in between works really well. So this also works really well with tops or shirts. So for me today I've got the really high neckline on, but what I've done with that is teamed it with a long necklace that sits right on that balance point on the lower, as you can see. So that works really well as well. And also with the opposite, so if you've got a really plunging neckline, that maybe it's a little bit lower than your balance point, you can team it up with a high necklace where your high balance point is. So keep that in mind next time. Sometimes when we buy a necklace or we see it on a necklace on a friend or on a model, we think, oh, I love that, that looks really, really great. But when you get it home and you put it on, or you team it with a certain outfit, it just doesn't look right, it just doesn't feel right. So it's probably got something to do with your balance points. So do this trick at home, and when you're shopping next time for a necklace, you'll be able to keep that in mind, and hopefully you won't make a mistake and buy something that doesn't suit you or just doesn't look right for you. I hope that helped. If you've got any questions, write a comment. If you liked the video, write a comment and subscribe, and we will do this again soon.